Alright, good morning folks. We're about to take off on our hike and we're hoping that this works out well. Cool in the morning. That's one of the reasons I put it off to this morning. It's about a little after 8:30 now, and hopefully I don't run into a bunch of these deadheads that block my way. Am I on the wrong path? This doesn't look right. Figures I had to have gone the wrong way. So we'll backtrack and try a different spot. Could mark the trail better. Seemed to me I did the same thing the last time I was here. They've got an arrow that's pointing this direction, but I don't think that's the right direction. The old hip doesn't like this. This looks better. A little more of a beaten track. So I think I got it right one here now. I'm just not getting any feedback on the picture. Well, here's what I'm faced with, folks. That's what I remember. Steep, steep, but we'll just take it easy. Nice and slow. Same trees I remember being here before. I think going over here, or should I go over the top? Can't get my foot over there. All right, do I get over here? Or do I go under? Looks like most people go under. But I don't know if I can get through here with my pack on. Let's go back here and see what we got. I got over those obstacles. And if I recall, other than steepness, that's the worst of it. But I don't know. It's too long ago, 5 years. All right. No, there's more. But I'll turn back here so you can see that where it just came up through. I need handholds. This will be slippery. It's still wet from the dew. Use these roots. Very slippery here. Another tree. Down. See where I'm going to end up going here. Looks like they've had to go over the log here. It goes up these rocks and under this tree. Probably should have wore gloves too. Take a break. Slow down. Hopefully it's getting better. A lot of vertical height here. Gives you an idea looking out there. Next step. Grab a tree. Look for a foothold. Whatever it takes. Well, I don't know if that's the worst, but we'll see. At least I'm on the right trail. It's not encouraging. See that rock wall? Looks like we have to climb it right underneath that tree up there. Oh man. Look at that. I'll try to go over the log because it's hard to get underneath with this pack. I need hands. I need an extra hand. pretty steep going. Or give me a sure foot, because this got a lot of slippery stuff to it. That log isn't secure, so you can't trust that. The roots are on the other side that I need. All right, let's see if I can, all right, there's another foothold right there. Looks like up through that chute where that big pine is. Up through that chute is where we're going. Take a break. Starting to see the lake. You can see there the elevation I've gained already. Practically straight up, unfortunately. What's the best path here? Looks like a step here, step there. So that's the way I'll go. That's the problem with coming down, is you gotta see the steps from above. Great view. And there's the chute I just came through. All right, are we getting closer? I don't know. Remember, each step. Look for a step each time. Calm out there today. Sit on the log. Relax. Terrain appears to be flattening a little, not straight up like it was. Things are looking up. Doesn't look like it's as many people come up here as you'd think. Unless they all took a different trail than I'm taking, I don't know. Kind of lost the track here. There must have been a break-off trail or something. Where the heck is the trail? Pretty weak here. But I gotta be getting close here, so. Yeah, I wasn't on the trail, that's why. Somehow I got off track. Actually going down here, so must have made it to the top. Now we're just waiting until we get to the overlook. Well, at least the going is easier. Is this it? Or is this just a dead end? Doesn't look like it's the right place. No, got too much of a hurry and gotta keep going. Not going back the same way I came, am I? I don't think that's right. Is it? Yeah, let's go see a little bit. Kind of roundabout here. Doesn't seem right. I'm going back to the north here. Can that be possible? Unless it circles around. I don't remember that. Let's go down just a little further and see. I'm just going back where I came from. Somebody should have marked the trail. If I'd had ribbon, I would have done it, I guess. The only thing I can think of is that offshoot of the trail that I left back there. Oh Lord, I need a little help here to find this place. It's not showing up. Too many people going down the wrong trail through the woods here. I'm ready for a rest. I'm a little disappointed that it wasn't a little more direct. When we get down here, we'll find a log to set on and look at my chart. Maybe with the satellite I can see it. But the only track I saw was that one heading out there. This is where I came right there originally. And I went out here, but I didn't see anything. So I tried again and then look at the map and see if we can figure it out. I mean, this looks like it should be it, but trail just kind of came to a stop. But we'll keep going here. This must be it. I suppose people thought the same thing I did. They got out there and it didn't look right. But this has got to be it here. Yep, there it is. I can see it from here. Let's see what. Let's go out and look at this one. There looks like there's more than one. I think this is where I flew from and back in the day. There it is, folks. The overlook. We made it. I suppose we could go down and just check that, see where that other one goes. Maybe there's a little better overlook down there. And then we'll come back here. We'll go down a little further here and see if this is a better overlook. We'll take a look. Yeah, let's go back up there. I think there was, if I recall, there's a camp down at the base here, and there's another trail that comes up from the camp. Other overlook, that's it. So we'll go out here and rest up, fly the drone, or head back to the boat after that. Let's walk down here a little bit. I'm glad my boots stuck together so far. So you can see that reef out there that I came by when I was coming in. Looks like a bunch of gulls out there. Looks like kind of a little natural harbor down there, right out of sight to the right. Let's find a place to sit and relax. Sun's up a little higher angle. I was hoping it might show more than we did coming up. gotten lost about 2 or 3 times this morning trying to find the right trail. Too many people have not stayed on the trail and then ended up making tracks and looking like there's a track in the woods where there really isn't a track. That gets frustrating when you're tired to start with. And then I went out on the wrong hill. There was actually a better cliff than the one I flew from, but it worked. So I can't complain about that. But we should be getting pretty quick down to where the steep areas are and where it gets tough to get down. I'll have to be extra careful going down because it's easier to see your steps going up than it is going down. Plus it's, I don't know, you just have better grip with your toes than you do with your heels. All right, we're starting to go down here. So about every step I take, I'll tell you what, a walking stick is absolutely essential here. It helps give you that support when you need it. But if you don't have it on a good firm footing, it's not going to help you. This walking stick really works good. It's got a rubber tip on it, and that helps, especially when you're using it on a rock. And then there's a little spring to it, so it's not stiff. It's very helpful. Now we got to get over, so where do we go over? Yeah, there is a marker there on the tree limb, but fortunately there's a lot of free roots sticking out of the ground, which help. Some rocks to give you a foothold, because the forest floor itself with the leaves and needles and moss is very slippery. There's another ribbon, but they use white ribbon for Pete's sakes. It should be orange or red or something bright. White just blends in, I think, with the woods. But the benefit of going downhill is it's not so much lungs as it is thigh muscles that have to be strong, because you're holding yourself with your thigh muscles all the way down. And then they got these great big trees that have fallen. Nobody's going to come up here with a chainsaw and move them out of the way. So you got to just figure out a way to get around them or over the top of them. I'm going to have to rest in a bit because my thighs are really tired, and we're getting into the steeper sections shortly. Kind of goes up a rock face. Definitely be swimming tonight. I hope the water temperature where I'm going, 2 things, that it's warm enough for. Second thing is that it's open. I'm going to go to Sliver of the Moon boat site, self-proclaimed. So Sliver of the Moon, that's a change of plan. I was going to go up into Cocoa Bay and maybe go over and kayak, and there's a hiking trail not far from Sliver of the Moon, so I'm hoping to go over there and do some kayaking tomorrow before it starts getting rainy. If it doesn't, that's okay. We can always punt on that project. The rain is coming, but that's the other thing, grabbing a handhold and having it break on you. As you can see, the jumble of rocks and all kinds of things sticking up, trying to break your neck, you know. Well, I'm waiting for those nasty sections to come up here. Maybe they started another trail. Maybe that's part of the problem here. Down the wrong, or up the wrong trail the whole time. I don't know, because that looks like it's down on the shore. I don't quite understand that. It looks like I avoided all of that. Maybe they made a new trail. It appears that they did. So maybe I went down, I didn't come up the right trail in the first place. I don't know. Because it's bringing me right down to the shore here now. Yeah, because there's the water right there. But we're not by the boat yet. Quite a ways from the boat, so it must go along the shore. Well, the boot held out so far. Yeah, it looks like it did go along the shore. I thought that was the wrong one, but all of a sudden it stops. What good does that do? I wasn't expecting that. All right, I'm gonna have to go back. This is a mess. Another rat's nest of trails. I may have to look at my map here to figure out where I'm at. All right, we need to look. Oh man, I gotta go back to the west. It's a good thing I looked. So head back. I thought I was west of the boat. I'm east of the boat. So I was going looking for the wrong direction. That was probably my problem. The trail's right there. Easy to see. It did seem like a lot easier climb going that or coming down that way. Learned the hard way. Should be pretty close to the boat. Climb down was easier. Thank goodness I'm here. Legs are tired. And nice day. A few clouds in the east. Probably tells me what's coming. But clear here. So let's get on board and get a cold drink, get refreshed, and get ready to go.